Yes, people. Yeah. So what? It's your boy, Bitz and Bobs, and it is Monday evening. So that means an episode with LFC Sonny, and it is Unpopular Opinions. And obviously, it's been a crazy 24 hours. Everyone's going crazy on social media. Some people are probably planning their trips to Madrid, Barcelona. Sonny, what about you? How was your weekend? All good?
It was good other than football. I've said this a million times, but it's different this time. Like, it's not because we're bad, but it's for other reasons, isn't it? But yeah.
So, Sonny, look, big game tonight. Leeds
No.
away, I believe.
It is Leeds away, and I could not care less. Honestly. I couldn't care less. For the first time in, I want to say ever, taking away the football form, I've looked at the game and I've gone, I don't want to watch this. Like, I don't actually care. Like, I don't want to watch this because we might be banned from the Premier League this time in a few months.
Which will be funny, right? I say they should strip you of your
I
Champions
wouldn't
League
be
title.
laughing. You're so funny. I would be laughing.
Big up D'Angelo Williams. The Prem need Big Six more than the Big Six needs Prem. Low fans can try to protest all they want. You think all these leagues could stop having them about the best teams? Okay. D'Angelo, everyone has bare chat about saving the small teams, but their owners have money. All these years of not investing into teams to compete and win, but should be sad for them. I hear what you're saying, D'Angelo. Teams like Newcastle, Burnley, West Ham have owners who have money to invest for potential success. They have fans who complain every week of not spending, and now it's an issue for the Big Six. Crazy. Listen, great points. Now, sorry, first question. Where were you when you heard of the European Super League has been assembled?
It was, what was it, yesterday, was it?
Yeah. It came out.
Well, there was loads of rumors during the day because I was like watching loads of streams. I was like hearing people saying, "Did you hear about the whole Super League thing?" And I'm like, "What is this nonsense coming back?" I never really believed it until I heard an announcement was coming. And it came 9:30. I was like, "Where's the announcement?" It's still not here. 10:30. I was like, "Are these lot taking the piss? Are these lot trying to do this little late April Fool's joke?" Because I'm not having it if they are. 11:20 something it is. The announcement comes out and it's official. I was expecting it, and look, it's, for me, one of the worst things that happened to football, if not the worst things that happened to football.
It's tough, mate. It's tough. And for me, a part of me is just like, well, I mean...
Well, it is what it is.
Where do you start? I mean, it's 15 teams, right? 15 teams. Please smash a like. Obviously, please make sure you subscribe to Bits and Bobs and also LFC Sonny, the football addiction. Sorry, the Liverpool addiction. I do beg your pardon. Okay. Pongo says, Bits and Bobs, have you heard Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid will get kicked out of the Champions League on Friday? I am a Chelsea fan and I'm absolutely fuming right now. Luke Williams, you should see the banners at Ellen Road, earn it on the pitch.
Seen it, yeah.
Vibes, just see Mourinho in the mud again.
I just say that uncle really quick. Like, how mad does the last 24 hours have to be for Mourinho to get sacked and us not to even talk about it?
Yeah, 100%. As if Arsenal Spurs are super hideous illusion. Yeah, bro. Do you know what? Right? Let's do you know what I mean? Let's talk about Jose first. Do you know? I'm doing a Tottenham show tomorrow, guys, with some Tottenham YouTubers. Sorry, 6 days before the cup final, there's only a few men in a cup final against Pep you'd want to see. Jose is one of them. So I don't understand it. The only chance that you have of winning a trophy, you get rid of him.
For me, there must be so much toxicity going on at that club. Like, so much. The players obviously don't rate him, or they don't like him as a manager, don't like him as a man. I don't even know if he likes the players as them as a man either. But I don't know. I think it's because, for me, I think it's because Tottenham know that this whole thing's going ahead now. They're gonna get the money. We know that sacking Jose Mourinho is as much as like a big signing. So Tottenham know they're getting this money now, and they could still afford to make those big signings now that this thing's happening. That's the only reason I see it happening, because Jose Mourinho, if they could sack him, like this time last week, if they could sack him for free, I think they would do it. And now, basically, with the money coming in, it's almost for free.
But then, I can't believe Tottenham have sacked Jose Mourinho. And I put a tweet out. I was like, since Tottenham have won the League Cup, how many trophies has Jose won? And someone came back to me and said, I think it was 12 or 15, right? Mate, Tottenham... And you know, let's not slag Tottenham off here. My question is, what did you expect when you hired him? That's the question I want to ask. You know,
Yeah.
Call in show in 20 minutes, guys. Links will be sent out. Sonny, I think we need to do a call in, man. Get these people in and see what they're saying.
A lot to speak about.
Yeah, so Josie goes. Do you think he's got another job lined up?
No, I don't know, especially with this thing going ahead, because I don't see any of the teams going into this Super League wanting to appoint him. I don't even know if they need a new manager other than Arsenal. I don't think Arsenal would do that. So, and will Jose Mourinho want to manage outside the Super League? I don't know if he will. I mean, maybe it's one way of winning the Champions League because he'll be playing the likes of West Ham and all that. But I don't know.
It's quite hard to stomach though, to be honest. I don't understand it in the sense. Okay, do you know what? Let's play devil's advocate. Okay, you are the chairman of Manchester United. If you win the Champions League, you get 110 million. Okay, that's including TV rights. I'm led to believe. Okay, if it's wrong, please someone correct me. So 110 million. What player does 110 million get you right now? Does that even get you Harry Kane?
No, it doesn't.
So they're saying, right, if we can form a league where we can generate up to 350 billion and the money is shared between the 15 players, so that's like 23 million or whatever, 23 billion each, whatever it is, it works out to be. Why not? You don't have to win anything. Just win a few games, right?
They get loads of money for just even accepting to go into this league. I just think it's a disgrace, man, honestly. It's everything wrong with football.
So let's elaborate on it, right? Because, you know, obviously I want to keep open-minded. Obviously I don't like it. Look, my thoughts on it, I think it's stupid. It just shows what happens when you got loads of money or you can generate loads of money. So, I mean, you've got to see both sides of this project. Okay, teams like West Ham and so on. Some of them might be thinking, well, if it does go ahead, you know, we've got the best chance to win the league. Is it going to be the same? No, because it's not going to be the same fairy tale as Leicester winning it. Do you know what I mean? Or when Blackburn won it years ago.
That's the thing, that with this going ahead, I don't think there will be any more fairy tales in football.
Listen, do you know what? Yeah, the fairy tale will be it'll be a nightmare to whoever goes in the Super League and doesn't win a game. Spurs,
exactly.
Arsenal, Man United. We need to be honest here. Like, you know, do you know what? Let's talk about Spurs first. How does Spurs get into this group?
It's mad. It is mad. But I think it's because the English league is like the most, globally, one of the most popular leagues. We know how much money the Premier League brings in. And this whole traditional Big Six thing's been around for quite a while now. And I think the plan would have always been to get all of them involved. That's obviously what they're doing. Tottenham are bad, don't get me wrong, but they for me, they're good enough to be in that league.
But wait. Why though? On what are we talking about? Because they played good football?
No, as a history as a club, no, they don't. Of course they don't. But
they've not won any trophies. This recently, is my point.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it is unfair. But do you go lower down and get someone else? Because you look at it as a thing like, who are you? If it's not Tottenham, who else is it? Because then you make that debate, and it's definitely a debate. Because for me, Tottenham, if it's 6 teams from England, it would be Tottenham.
Interesting.
And you can't say Aston Villa, but you need to realise that the time we're in now as well.
Yeah, no, look, I just think, you know, if you're going to make a European Super League, I'm talking the biggest teams in each league. I just don't think Tottenham are it. You know, I'm going to try and read more of the comments, guys. Big up to you all. D'Angelo, again, thanks for the contribution. Let UEFA and FIFA try to kick us out. Let's see the reviews are looking like when dead teams are playing. Listen, mate, I know, 100%. Lauren Wood says, Juve going to need a new manager. Paulo Sakin, yeah, 100%. Bad marriage. Mourinho needs investment in players. Levy needs investments in return on the profit. Which is true. Ted Lasso, next Spurs manager. Is that
It's some movie.
Should we put a bet on that, Luke? If so, let me know, mate. What's the odds? Pongo says here, and also teams participating in this Super League, their players will get banned from playing in the World Cup. World Cup's dead anyway.
Aye. Of course it is for you. Of course it is.
No. But in general, though, you only like with the World Cup. Sorry, okay, who are we talking? Germany, France, Spain.
No, you can't say that, man. You can't. World Cup and Euros is massive.
No, I'm not saying it's no. Okay, when I say it's dead, okay, I'm talking that it's only going to get interesting come the quarters and semis. Okay, some
I
may
enjoyed the
say,
whole way.
uh, I'm not saying you don't enjoy it, but I'm saying about the business end, and then it's like the real teams. There's only 4 or 5 countries that are actually going to win it. Realistically, it's probably going to be France again anyway. You know,
Well, who
but
knows?
Euros is a level head. There's not any amazing team out there for the Euros. Does any
Oh,
team
yeah,
right now stick
Scotland
out
are in it.
besides France? Besides France, any other team looking stronger than France in the Euros?
Belgium,
Oh,
England.
get out of here! Get out of here!
No, hang on. You can't look at it. You can't go into an
Okay,
international tournament and say they're the
okay.
strongest team. They're going to win it because that doesn't work like that, man.
Big up to you, Jeremy. Big up to you, bro. Would you have taken Everton over Spurs, especially with Everton's new stadium coming? Well, Spurs have got $1 billion stadium, don't they?
Yeah.
It's only right that the 6 club trying to break up partners the strongest. Yeah, 100%. Because this Super League is going to kill football. The game is gone. Happens. Bomb my team. Listen, 100%. It's actually it's a joke, isn't it?
It is,
It's
yeah.
literally like, as a United fan, I'm ashamed that my club is leading the Super. Yeah, listen, mate. We were warned years ago about the Glazers and stuff, but do you know? I asked you guys this question in the cut, and Sonny, I asked you this, yeah. Sonny, if you are one of the Glazers or one of the owners that owns one of these clubs, whether it be the English or the Spanish, the French, whatever, and you could make so and so billions from this idea, would you do it?
No. We just
But
see
wait,
what
you
happened
say
when we just see what happened when he said yes. There's no way that you can sit there and tell me you're saying yes because by saying yes you ruin football.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not saying yes. I'm just asking the question because I want to think, yeah, when they're in the pubs or in the meetings, when they're having this conversation, is someone not saying, I don't think this is a good idea? Literally,
Surely.
is
Well,
someone not
you
saying, I
think
don't think
so,
this is
innit?
a
But
good
probably
idea?
not.
Surely, there's always a sensible or I dare say a smart one saying, I think you should maybe rethink this. You know, I just can't think that all of them were like, yeah, let's just do this.
It's
Let's
mad though,
leave the
innit?
Premier
Like,
League.
it's not even one team who's came out and accepted it. All of them have came out and accepted it. That's why I know football is dying because the worst thing about all of this is when I'm on social media looking everywhere, not one fan is actually with it, like actually really wants it. Not one fan have I seen that really wants it. And if I've seen one, it's very rare. So what does that tell
Mm,
you? None of these clubs are going to the fans saying, you know what, since football is about the fans, let me ask you, do you want this to go ahead? They're not doing that because it's only for the business. And in a way I understand it, but this I do not understand. I get it from a business point of view. It'd be a dream, like
yeah.
300 million. You get billion for just accepting to go into it. But as a business point of view, it'd be a dream. But you literally ruin the sport that you're in the business for, and for everyone else apart from the businesses that are in it, it's ruined.
Okay, so Sonny, so it goes ahead. I think is it 2024?
I don't even know. They want it to go as soon as possible.
Yeah. So it goes ahead, right? And they sanction. You can't play in the Europa League. You can't play in Champions League, Europa League, World Cup, blah blah and stuff. It still goes ahead, doesn't it? At the end of the day, they'll still go ahead. I don't think they care, do they?
Well, I remember when it said the other day where if one or two of these teams accepted it, no one would have stopped it. Like there would be no debate at all whether it'd go ahead. I think it was like if Bayern and PSG originally accepted to go through, like no one's stopping it. And let's be real, no one can actually stop this. Like we can go out and we can like go on bloody like rants all we want, but I don't think it's gonna be stopped because money speaks over everything in today's game.
Exactly. Which is listen, I was talking to my cousin Vinci about it, and I said to him, I was like, obviously no one's gonna like it. However, unfortunately, money is everything, and money rules the world, especially business. Big up to Jeremy. They'd done this meeting as businessmen. Half these owners from the group, 6 to 15 clubs, are literally businessmen. They don't even know the history of the sport of the clubs that well, which is facts. Facts. Luke here saying American sports owners do not like regulation model. 3 of the 6 are American owners, and Chelsea have Listen, it's true, which is factual. I know that you can't get relegated, and it's funny, isn't it, to be in a league
It's
where you can't get
awful.
relegated.
It's the worst thing I've heard.
So what are you playing for? It's just glorified
No
friendlies, isn't it?
competition. You take away the main bit about football, which is the ups and downs. There won't be any more downs, but the ups are getting decreased as well. So it's just turning into shit.
And do you know what's funny? Like, I'm just thinking, YouTube fan channels and all of that. Okay, listen, if this goes ahead, no one. Listen, people are going to struggle for content because you can't talk about your club. What? Good luck trying to find Spanish fan
Exactly. Oh, I
channels.
tweeted this out. Yeah, like usually when we beat a team, I'd love to go on Twitter, banter them. Say we beat Juventus. I can't speak Italian.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to be like, grazie, signore, for the game. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. And like, look here, I mean, from Luke again, Barca and Real Madrid are member-owned clubs. It has to be voted on. Well, there you go. Lauren Wood says, Kroenke, Glazers, FSG, all in bed together, shaking my head.
Can
Listen,
I
it's
say this really
crazy.
quick
All
about
American
FSG?
owners. All
About
American
FSG,
owners.
because Klopp came out, I think it was 2 years ago, saying, I think every manager spoke about this in the last 10 years. Klopp said it 2 years ago, they'd never want to see it happen. So this kind of tells me that when Klopp comes out and says, you know what, I said it myself, I didn't want that transfer. I think he's lying. I think he's genuinely just not wanting to be in trouble with the owners, because there's no way Klopp's agreed to this. And to go against your best manager almost ever, I think is a disgrace.
Do you know what though? Like, D'Angelo here. I'm for the Super League. D'Angelo, would you like to come on? I'll put the link out in the chat, guys. If you want to come on and give your say to me and Sonny, and we'll have a chat about it. I'm for the Super League, and football needs changing. Enough of the let's help other clubs business. If you own those businesses, fine. But the big six have no stake in these teams. Do you know? It's an unpopular opinion, isn't it? So there you go. It's good. I suppose I just think to myself, like, this 15 club league, and if Bayern and Dortmund do join, it's going to be 17. So technically, they'll still need another club to join because they need to make it even fixtures, would it not? Or one team's always going to have like a free week. Maybe they can go to a training camp in Dubai or something. They can afford it. So if they join, so what happens, Sonny? You compete. Like, imagine, I'll text you, I see you got Real Madrid away, mate. Top 3 points at the Bernabeu. What is going on?
3 points. When do you ever put Real Madrid and 3 points in the same sentence? It doesn't work.
It's tough, mate. It's tough. So, and then I'll be like, oh, mate, I hope Messi's not playing. We've got them at home at the Trafford. It's crazy. What? And the whole point of playing these games is because the Champions League, it's supposed to have that magic. Like, you would never see the likes of Tottenham entertaining Real Madrid unless it was a Champions League football. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's what everyone wants to. The world stops for games like this. Now it's going to be like a weekly thing.
Exactly. What makes these games so big is that it's not every day, not every week. Now it's going to be every week. Those games are no longer going to be big, say this time in 2 years, because the excitement will be gone almost immediately. Trust me when I say that, because we look at these games like what we usually get like 10 of these games a year, maybe for our club maximum. Every single week, where's the excitement going to be, especially when you can't even get relegated?
Yeah, that's dead. So basically, it's literally just fulfill the fixtures. It's like what Arsenal do. Just they know they're not going to win the league, and they just fulfill fixtures. Like it's like what Tottenham do. Like most of the clubs in the Premier League know they're not going to win the league. Do you know what I mean? So
on that, really quick, imagine that. Like, say a team's running away with a title. The league's it, like that is it. There's no relegation to look at. If a team's running away with the title, you might as well call it a season there.
Do you know what it's like? See when I used to play football, right? It's called Initiative Pro Youth, right? You wouldn't get relegated, so it would just be like you'd play the games, and out of this league, the team that had the most points won the league, and then you went again next season to try and get better. And it's just like you can't get relegated. It's just like so it doesn't matter if you lose. It's like, oh well, I still get paid anyway. And what's it going to be like? So imagine you've got Barcelona 1 week, the next game week you fly to Paris Saint-Germain, and then you're at home, and then you're away to Madrid. Like, how do you buy players? Do
It's mad, isn't it? But what's even more crazy is if Haaland wanted to join Arsenal, Arsenal could actually go and get Haaland now. That's how much money is in this. That's what I find crazy. Like all these teams that shouldn't even have this money because it's unrealistic now have this money. And for me, it just, in terms of quality, it's going to be immense. But actually, is it because do these players want to get banned from the other tournament? Football's just a mess right now, a mess.
So what happens then? What can the league? What should the? Because I saw someone tweet that Sky and BT are already trying to talk to get the rights to broadcast.
Of course they are. Of course
So
they
I
are.
mean, so I did ask like, what's going on, man? Like, literally, like football. I thought we were just going to talk about Jose today. To be honest. So I mean, obviously, Sonny, you're against it and stuff. And I saw the banners up at Anfield. The players can't do anything, can they? They can come out and say,
They can say slight things. They can't come out and say like what we want to say.
because they're under contract.
Yeah.
So unless you want to get fined and stuff, they're not really going to do anything. I've seen Herrera, I've seen Podence. I can't remember the other player coming
Fernandez
out.
like reposted what Podence said.
Yeah. It says you can't buy football and stuff. So like, imagine you're in the changing room and then they're like, "Oh, Ollie or the gaffer or Klopp, Tuchel's coming down," and he's like, "There's going to be a meeting today, guys, just to let you know." And then some guy or woman, business suited up and whatever, just to let you know, in 3 years' time, we are going into a league called the European Super League with fixtures against Barcelona, Real Madrid, Juve, Inter Milan, and all of that stuff. Like, you just laugh. You'd be like, "What?"
Yeah.
It's like, do you know what it's like? It's like when you play FIFA, right? And it's like a round robin. So everyone's like, right, I'm Dortmund, I'm flipping Paris Saint-Germain, you're Liverpool, whatever. And
Yeah,
that's your
exactly.
team.
Yeah.
And then it's like whoever plays, we play against each other. Whoever wins the most games wins, or winner stays on, or something. It's absolutely crazy, mate. And the funny thing, it can only so many things are going to come out now. You're going to be like, what? I heard that Man City were bullied into it. I'm reading that. I heard that Man United, Liverpool, and Chelsea are the instigators, are the ones saying this is why we should do it. I'm hearing Ed Woodward, Florentino Perez is the chairman of it all.
Oh, mate,
What's his cut?
what a fool! I can't believe this guy, man. How has he convinced everyone into this? Actually, it's a weird question. Of course, I know the answer: money, and that is literally it, money. And for me, yeah. Back on the players, for the first time in ever, I actually now feel bad for football players. At these £300,000 a week players, I now actually feel bad for, because imagine being in their situation. Look, I'd love to be in their situation. Don't get me wrong, but imagine just thinking. Imagine thinking like you don't actually know what's about to happen. Like these lot don't really know, because there's probably a slight chance that this might not happen, but it's most likely going to happen. And if it happens, you want to leave because you want to play for your country. It's all, like I said, it's a mess.
I'm disappointed in Man United, but I'm not shocked. I'm not gonna lie. But let's go through the clubs, man. Let me just Google it here. The 15 clubs in the Super League, and let's just start addressing it. I mean, 15 clubs.
What you do now? Let me start with Liverpool then.
Yeah, go for it.
But you said you were shocked, but you said you were something, but not surprised.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't shocked. Disappointed, but I wasn't shocked.
Yeah. For me, with Liverpool, I was obviously disappointed, but I actually, and I don't like myself for this, but I was actually shocked. But I should know better than this, because if I was told last week that these rich people come and say, FSG, bring your club to this league, we're going to do all this, I would say, no, we wouldn't do that. Come on, like we wouldn't do that. Would ruin football. This time last week, I would say that. But now that I'm proven wrong, and it's been like a few hours settled in, I'm like, of course they've done that. Why wouldn't they do that? Because that's the sort of people they are. For me, obviously it hurts, but this whole slogan, "You'll never walk alone," is the biggest amount of bollocks I've ever seen in my life.
So Sonny, like, you know what you're saying, we'll never walk alone, because Liverpool, Man United were built by the people. You know what I mean? You can't say you'll never walk alone, because technically you can walk alone, isn't it? Like, you don't need the fans now. That's what it is. And I can't see I mean, what? How can the clubs come good out of this by turning around and saying no, we're not going to do it? Because if they've agreed, obviously, I'm sure they'll be legally tied, financially bonded.
Yeah.
Do
Well,
they
for
care about the fans?
FSG, if FSG were to retract, like I still wouldn't forgive them. I'd be happy they've done it, obviously, but I still wouldn't forgive them. I don't know what sort of state Liverpool would be in then, but for me, like half of my passion for Liverpool has just dropped overnight because this whole thing. Like I don't know where I even stand on Liverpool anymore.
So who are you going to support?
I'll still support Liverpool, but it's just a bit mad because I don't think I'll ever celebrate a goal like I have done, even against like the likes of Burnley. I don't think I'll ever be able to celebrate a goal like that again because it's all just plastic. It's all fake now.
So the funny thing is, like, imagine, like, what would you? Oh my goodness, I'm flabbergasted. Man United, I'm not shocked if I'm honest with you. They've always been about money, penny pinching. You can look at their transfers, the way they take so long to deal with stuff, and then they're all about money. IMAX football, big up to you, man. Big up to you. They're all about money, bro. Like literally, they're all about money. Okay, we have a caller in here, Abdallah Alani. Okay, we've got a call here. Bear me one moment. Okay. Hey
Hi,
Mario,
Bitz.
how you doing,
How
bro?
are you, bro? I hope
I'm
you're well.
cool,
Hi,
mate.
Sonny.
I'm
Hope you're
cool.
well.
Do me a favor. Put your phone the other way. Landscape.
Our landscape, okay. Like
Yeah,
that?
sure. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Yeah, man. What do you think? Big up to you for coming on. What do you think, man? Literally.
I am done with City in general. I'm done. I'm literally done because I'm going to support my local Dutch team. I'm half Dutch. Final.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm quite surprised. The comments, I don't know if you saw it on the Instagram page of Sky. There has a statement, and basically from each club, from each of the top 6 clubs, and the statement from City was basically, "We don't care about your opinion, and thank you for just screw you."
Wait. Obviously, they never said screw you and stuff.
No,
But
in like a in
Yeah,
not
in
those
different
exact
words. In professional words, yeah.
In professional words, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done. This, like, I made that comment. I made that comment to you, Bob's the other day, where the Sheikh is Arab. I'm Arab, and Khaldun, the chief person who does the interviews at the end of the season review. I'm like, this proves my point. You can't trust. Like, I don't trust people from my culture, and I'm like, you've just lied and disagreed. Roman and the Sheikh, I was quite surprised. They don't need the money. They don't need the money. What the analogy for me was like, if you can't beat them, join them. I think that suits it perfectly, and I'm shocked. I'm disgusted. I don't know. Nothing's going to change. This pandemic has proved that working class people, the fans are working class people. Majority of them are. Working class people don't matter, and we are looked down upon as peasants. Like, no offense to people, we are looked down as peasants from any background you are. And we don't matter. We don't matter. At the same time, you see these big companies exploiting their workers. You see Sports Direct, the stories I hear, because I studied business management. I heard a woman who was pregnant had to be forced back into work when she had to give birth in a locker room, in a locker room, and that she will get sacked if she doesn't go back to work straight after giving birth. Like, what kind of conditions is that? Amazon workers, they can't. Sorry, I've got anxiety and depression, so I struggle.
No, man, take your time, bro. Take your time, man.
So Amazon workers, they're not allowed to have toilet breaks. Like, I don't know. For me, I don't think you can even find a good job these days.
Do you know what? You said something there, right? For the working class fan, right? We all work and stuff, study respectively and so on.
Yeah.
I just think to myself, if you think about it, Sonny, remember me and you were talking about when fans go in, you're going to look to try and get back to watching football. You were even saying to me like, you've got to travel, I've got to travel and stuff. So, like, you can't even do that anymore. I mean, because, like, you actually can't go away. Because, I mean, I know people go for the Champions League ties, Europa League ties, but that's
Rare,
different,
innit?
isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's like, if say Liverpool played Real Madrid, right? Like they did there. I'm sure, Sonny, if you knew of the tie and the fixture, you'd have been like, oh,
Mm.
if I can get a cheap flight out, you know, even if I couldn't go to the game, you can go watch it. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Like, to be around it, to at least you say you traveled and stuff, in your own way that you can afford to. But now it's like basically saying, even if you can't get to it, we don't care. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? I'm going to bring in D'Angelo in here. Go on,
really
Sonny,
quick,
go on,
that's the thing, because even like if I could go to, I don't have the same passion anymore because I don't know where football's going. Like for me, I don't know if I can be asked even investing myself into this because no relegation. Where's the competition? Where's the ups? Where's the downs? There's no more downs anymore. So for me, the football's just it's gone.
Do you know what I
D'Angelo,
find?
mate. Give me 2
Hey,
seconds,
guys,
Brian.
thank
1 second.
you.
D'Angelo, welcome to the channel, man. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, no worries,
And
bro. Thank you guys for having
D'Angelo,
me
who is
on.
it? Who do you support?
I support Madrid,
Madrid.
but
Okay.
I have a small love for Liverpool as well.
Okay.
Oh.
That must have been tough for you then. What's your thoughts on it?
You know, for me, like, this Super League is going to be good. I mean, just for the entertainment purposes. Like, you have all of these big teams that are competing against one another, and you're going to find out who's actually the best team out of that competition. I get it at the same time that, you know, there's no relegation promotion aspects of it, but I'm pretty sure like this is just like a test run. There's going to be modifications coming on later on as soon as people start seeing, you know, all the technicalities of this league. But I just think that, you know, for teams like Liverpool, Spurs, and United, it's going to expose a lot of the ownership as to why these teams aren't spending the amount of money that they should be spending, you know, for their league and for the Champions League that they're trying to aim to be in. Like for Liverpool, like they're supposed to be seen as a team and having board members who just don't like put in the right business model for the fans. They employ this sell to buy model, and you know it's good for a few seasons, but like as you see now, how much struggling they're doing.
So you think it will be like good from an entertainment point of view?
I think it'll be good for an entertainment point of view, but for business, it's obviously going to be beneficial for all the teams involved.
Don't you think like what about the traditionals in football though? Because like you know what football's like, you know, one of the reasons why football's so good is because like the least amount of change over the years. Now it's like a massive change all in once.
Yeah. You know, I think because of the social media age and how everything is progressing because of technology, that the traditions and values, bro, won't be like, you know, put at the forefront. It won't be as important as it was in the past. Like in the past, you had all of these great players that played for Liverpool and United and the rest of the English teams, and they weren't, you know, as put on the spot as they should have been as now. And so I just think that like the values and traditions just won't be what it was in the past.
It's not. If this goes ahead, it's not what it was. Like it's as simple as that for me.
Yeah, it won't be.
D'Angelo, can I ask you a question? And Mario, to you as well, my friend. Right? Well, if this goes ahead, okay, and it comes out 2024/2025 European Super League, yeah, we will watch it, right? But it'll be quite for you. Right, it'll be bittersweet, obviously, because you're thinking this is a joke. But for you, D'Angelo, you're saying it's brilliant, we'll be entertaining. Yeah, but do you know, like, isn't that the whole incentive of doing well in your domestic league to play in the Champions League? It's like your reward for having such a great season. You finish top 4 in your top 2 or whatever in your respective league. You're now in the draw in the Europa League. You've got your Europa League, Champions League. Sorry, you're in the Champions League. You know the fixtures. You see the draws. Is that not what it's about, though? Like you want to play against these big teams, not turn it into a domestic league. Because now I'm thinking the Classical, the Manchester Derby, the Milan Derby. It's gonna be. There's not gonna be any excitement or. Do you know, guys, what I'm trying to say to you?
Yeah.
The rarity of the occasion makes it exciting. For it to be just consistently week in, week out, like 4 times a year. I think they're wanting it to happen. It's just going to make it bland and boring for people. You're going to expect the same results, and especially with the type of ownership they probably might have, the opponent, you'll probably think it's either a walk all over or it'll be like a ball draw. So it's this pandemic is just described to me. Working class people don't matter. Corruption and capitalism is at its finest, at its peak right now, and I think it's no longer a working classes man or woman's game no more. It really isn't.
Do you guys think that now they've went ahead and done this, and it's not even like, do you know when you do a survey, you put out some feelers, like what would be the reaction? It's literally just basically said, we are doing this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
like we don't care. It's happening.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Jamie Carragher cussing Boris Johnson because Boris Johnson said he's not going to stand and let this Super League happen, and he cussed him down. And I have such much.
What did he
respect
say?
For, he cussed him down. He tweeted and atted him, cussed him down. You don't care about working class people or something. I don't know what he said exactly.
Okay, gist, yeah.
He basically said you never cared about anyone but money, and I think he's right, because I reckon all these billionaires and the people behind the Super League will probably have a chat between each country one by one.
Of course, 100%,
and be like, here's a little brown envelope. Here's a little brown envelope. We'll probably have to smooth things over one by one.
Of course, 100%,
and be like, here's a little brown envelope. Behind the brown envelope, we'll probably have to.
Okay, guys, joining us is obviously Nigerian Englishman and man like Lincoln. Long time no see, bro. Nice to see you with a fresh trim as well, guys.
Yeah, man.
Lincoln, while you're here, Lincoln, I'll let you go first, man. Like, I know we're in a group chat and that, Lincoln, but all jokes aside, man, when it came out, what was your initial thoughts? Did you think it was a joke?
I didn't think it was a joke. I mean, so here's how it was. Like 9:30, they said they're going to release it. They didn't. They're not holding it for 10:30, and then literally all my flatmates were upstairs. So here's how it was. Like, all my teammates said they're going to release it. Like, they didn't.
Carry on. Yeah, I'm editing the echo. Don't worry.
Okay, and then as soon as you all saw the news, as soon as you all saw the Fabrizio Romano tweet, we all came down and we all just congregated in the living room, just sitting there in silence. It's like someone had died. Well, it's like it's just so surreal. It's like, I actually can't believe this is happening. But
bro, I think
it's something that we thought that would happen. Like when we all passed.
It's a joke, though, isn't it? It's a joke you crack, isn't it? Oh, imagine if you could just go play all the big teams week after week. It's a fantasy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, if you were talking to your friends about, shut up, mate. Like, why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? That's why the Champions League's there for. Couldn't they, like, bro? What was your thoughts, man? Your friends about, shut up.
There's like I don't know what's going on. I can hear you.
Echo, yeah. Couldn't they, like, bro?
And you try to blame me because I'm in Nigeria. So what I would say, I was watching the show and I was interrupting my meeting to jump on the show, innit? What I would say, I was watching the show. What I would say is I believe this is just a big bluff. So all these guys, I don't know what's going on, bro. It's proper echo.
Take your headphones out and then put it back in.
Everyone should mute first now and see what that does.
Right. No echo? Anyone echoing? Can you hear echo?
No.
Right.
No echo.
Okay, Kunle, you speak.
Okay, perfect. If it goes on now, then it was clearly my fault. Basically, I would say, bro, I think I need to come out because it's me. Because I can
come
hear
out and
echo,
come back in. Come out, come back in. Come back in. D'Angelo, I know you were trying to say something there.
I would say
No, I was gonna say, bro, that the UEFA, all this fuss that they're making out, it's just because these teams, they don't want to have this increased format of an additional amount of teams coming into the Champions League. I mean, it's good. It's good for the viewers to have more teams and more games for the Champions League, but like that's gonna mean less money for the big teams. Like, how much is the prize money like right now? Like over like $1 million? Like how much is it right now?
Well, for the Champions League?
Yeah.
For the Champions League?
Yeah.
For me, man, on the Champions League, it's I think it's 110 million. You win 110 million.
So if there's like four or five more teams that are coming up, then that's gonna like lower the prize money. And the big teams, like, it's understandable that they don't want that to happen, because it's the Champions League. I mean, if it was me that was creating the Champions League, it should be the winners of every single league, whether it's the English, the French, the Italian, the German league. It should be the winners of every single league participating in the Champions League, because it's called the Champions League for a reason. You're the champions of your own domestic league, and you should be playing in this tournament that's for the champions, and then whoever wins that is deemed the best champion of Europe. And it just doesn't make sense, like, to have a 4th, 5th place team to be in this competition. Like, I get it, it makes sense because it's like it's the unknown, but like it shouldn't be the case because it's an elite competition.
But do you not think that like, okay, you support Real Madrid, okay? We all support Man United, Man City, and Liverpool respectively. And you said that Liverpool is your English team, okay?
Yeah.
Is not watching the league play out in the sense of, for example, Liverpool were defending champions. They've had such a bad defense. However, they can still salvage top 4. Man City, the quadruple's not happening. However, they're 8 points. Are they going to bottle it? Like, Man United are second. We're actually winning games in a nice, decent manner. You've got West Ham. You've got the fixture tonight, Leeds against Liverpool, which, let's be honest, can go either way. Like,
I couldn't care less. Honestly, I can't, just not anymore, man. I don't know what it is, but every bit of passion I've had, it's gone from here to there, straight away, overnight.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just think we're talking about Jay Lings and West Ham. West Ham. The reason like everyone's having so much on West Ham is because Man City, Chelsea, Arsenal, not even Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man United, and West Ham are literally punching up with them. We're not going to see that anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I mean, if you think about it, right?
What's going on?
If you think about it, right, the Premier League, for me, it's the Farmers League. I know a lot of people's going to say the Spanish, the Italian, the
I'll let you finish.
Let him land first. I'll let him land too.
A lot of people are going to say that. But if you think about it, just look at it for a second, right? Every single team in the English league, they struggle when it comes to the latter stages of the Champions League. And when you see a team like United, who I know for a fact should be in the Champions League, Liverpool should be in the Champions League, they don't have the players necessarily to be playing Champions League type of, like the Champions League type of style of football. The beautiful, technical, just
D'Angelo,
everything type of style of football, And when I'm seeing the English league, I get it. It's amazing, in terms of its entertainment and the unknown, but at the same time, like, I'm just seeing so many players in this league, and I'm like, these players wouldn't translate well into these other type of leagues. Like, the only players for me in this, when I'm watching the Premier League, would be Grealish, Pogba, Thiago, even though he's having his troubles now, but that's just because of the team that he's with. That's no fault of their own. It's just like, just bad situation that's happening. And, some players from City, a few technical players from City. And I'm seeing
Can I ask you a question?
Can I ask it first, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go. Couldn't jump in.
Okay, so D'Angelo, what do you believe is the best league in the world right now if the Premier League is a farmers league?
No, honestly, for me, it's always going to be the Italian league. In terms of
the Italian league is the best league in the world right now.
D'Angelo, right now.
Yeah,
right
now. For me, it is.
Okay,
how many of those Italians? No, going from his argument, how many Italian teams are in the latter stages of the Champions League, bro? From your argument,
There's not that
there's
many. I
none.
get it.
There's
But I'm just
zero.
saying,
Not even
bro.
not that many. There's
There's
zero,
not
bro.
that many, yeah.
And
But
like,
I'm
so
saying,
there's 2 English clubs, and there've been
yeah.
2 English clubs every year for the last 4 years. So
But it's mostly
you're
non-English clubs, though. That's what I'm saying, though. It's mostly non-English clubs. I get it. I know what you're saying, but it's mostly non-English clubs that are in these latter stages.
No, but
no,
it's
yeah,
always
it's
50%
always
English
gonna be
clubs.
like that. Like,
But
so
but it's for a reason, though. When you see teams like United, Chelsea, Liverpool, these are teams that are pace and power, very athletic players in these teams. But some of them are like very technical, it's a mixture. It's a mixture of the pace and power technical players in these teams. But it's the coaching for me. When I'm seeing the coaches of like Klopp, Ollie, I'm not I'm not buying it. Tuchel, and even though a lot of people are like,
Well,
you're
hang on.
this
No, back to that thing. Pep and
wow,
Klopp,
this
you're
is an
not buying it.
interesting angle. I'm interested in
I
this.
know, yeah, I
Come
know.
on.
I'm so intrigued.
When I see these coaches, right, the only coach out of the Prem that's the best is Pep, because he's more adaptable than anyone else. Tuchel's system is so easy to figure
Danjo,
out.
wait. Before you carry on, Danjo, you say adaptable. Well,
Yeah.
okay. When he first came, we saw what he done. He was able to
Mhm.
buy players. Okay, yes, he's came out and said that I need the best players, and he coaches and so on. But I'm not even a Liverpool fan. But you can't say Klopp wasn't adaptable.
Klopp plays the same way. There's so many games Liverpool this year. I'm looking
Okay.
at them and I'm saying this team shouldn't be like losing this many games. I'm looking at them and I'm saying, why are they losing a Burnley? Why are they losing a Southampton? There's changes that Klopp could have made that could have easily had them winning the games. I can understand
I
injuries
agree
and
with
all
that
that,
stance.
but
I definitely agree with that stance.
we have 12 injuries. We have players injured every week, and we're still top of the league. We're still fighting for top of the league. And when I'm seeing a team like Liverpool, I feel sorry for them, but at the same time, you a coach, you got to adapt to every single situation that you're in. You can't be coming out and saying, "Oh, the stadium is not helping us win. The stadium is not doing this, that, the other." Like, I still remember that, Sonny. I still remember those quotes this guy came out and say.
Yeah, I think, but we all know that. I mean, we all know that these managers, when they lose a game, a significant game, they'll say something to deflect. Jose was the king of it, take away the attention of them losing, and we concentrate on what he said and stuff. That's the only thing what Klopp done. But you're a Real Madrid fan, right?
Yeah.
Now, Atletico Madrid will run away with the league. They've bottled it. You guys and Barcelona are on their trails. Inter Milan. Serie A. It's what you said about Serie A being the most entertaining league.
Just for me.
I used to watch Serie A when it was on Channel 4.
When it was actually entertaining. Football Italia, right?
When they boasted players like Batistuta of Fiorentina, Totti of Roma, Inzaghi, Del Piero. Like, it was like proper technical ballers, and it was entertaining.
There you go. That's the part for me. The way I watch football, I have to see these players that can do things that no one else can do. I can't be watching players that are just pressing each other, running around, making all these slide ditch tackles, sliding on their knees, kissing the badge. Like, what is that? It doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, this is probably better.
Right? You can't mark them down for that, though.
Inter Milan, yeah, or bottom of the Champions League group, didn't they get to the Europa League final and they lost?
Yeah.
Okay. Under Conte, who's not known for attacking football, right?
No, he's a dead coach.
That's not a dig to Serie A, but this is just facts we're saying, okay? Man United got knocked out, we're in the Europa League. Arsenal, respectively, in the Europa League. Liverpool were in the Champions League. They won it the season before, right? My point is that, like, I need more context to say that Serie A is the most entertaining league.
D'Angelo, are you being distracted by the fact that for the first time in years, there's actually a title race in Serie A? Is that what's distracting you?
No. The title race is good. The title race for me, when I see these leagues,
no, it is good, but it never happens.
Right? No, but what I'm saying is, like, the title races makes the thing more entertaining. Like, even though there's always these like one or two teams always running away, in terms of points in each of these leagues. But just watching the title race is pure entertainment.
Are you not guilty of that because you support Real Madrid?
But bro, we always have the best players, though. We always have the best players. So having the best players entitles us to running away or being at the top of the league.
But
when you
that's
see a
why
team like,
But what you can't add that
the
context
Spanish
when we're
league is
talking
a
about the
farmers
league.
league now, man.
Yeah, do you know?
The
Do you know?
Spanish league is actually a farmers league right now.
Before
I reckon
everyone goes on, right?
Ligue 1 is better than the
I'm
Spanish
just saying
league
it.
right now.
I understand it from that point of view, but what I'm saying is that, you know, if you look at it just in terms of player ability, everyone from the English league wants to have these players in these other leagues, right? And why? Because of how better they are than the current English players or whatever in the English league. And even though I understand, like, you know, because of the competitiveness in these other leagues, make it seem out to be like this league is a farmers league, this other league is a farmers league. I get it, that's fine. But at the same time, though, when you look at the English league, the unpredictability factor is just way too much. Even though it's good, it's way too much.
That's amazing as a fan, no?
You should love to be able to see Leicester City, like from where Leicester City were when they won the league, and then they kind of dropped off a little bit, and then when they brought Brendan Rodgers, like they improved their facilities. Look at their training ground. It looks world class.
Yeah,
like,
but that's also
funded by United. By Maguire.
That's one reason why.
Real talk.
Listen, do you know what? Yeah, like D'Angelo, on this channel, man, I welcome any football opinion, and your insight has made me think a lot, and I'm literally
refreshing. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's 100%. And it's, I mean, that's why we love football, right? Because of the opinions. And I'm not going to lie to you, D'Angelo. I would never have expected you to say that. What you just, especially being a Real Madrid fan. So it's interesting you say that.
I just look at it from the way I like to see football. Like,
that's the best way. That's the best way.
Well, a better question for you, D'Angelo, is because you did mention Serie A, and I'm a fan of Serie A. Like ever since, just like Bob's, ever since like Football Italia on Channel 4, Juventus has been my like second team. Like I always keep an eye on. But who would you say other than Ronaldo were the top 4 or 5 players in Serie A that give you that feeling of technicality and that you're talking about?
I can't name, like, honestly, I can't name you those 4 or 5 other players because I don't watch that league that much. But the few players that I do see is players like Dybala or Benedetto or whatever his name is. The players like that, the players like that give me, okay, this player is a technical player. He knows how to defend this, that, and the other. These are footballers, not these players that masquerade in these positions that make them out to see footballers. Like the way I see it, it just depends on how you like to see the game.
I think I'm nearly getting where he's coming from. I'm trying
to. Do you know what? I think. Do you know what, D'Angelo? I'd love to see you or hear you. Cover a game. So, like, the next time Real Madrid or Liverpool play, even tonight, I'd love to hear your thoughts tonight after tonight's game. Because I think the way you see football, do you know, it's funny, isn't it? Because we all see football in the way we want to see football. Do you know what I'm trying to say to you? Yeah. If you're a Salah fan, you don't really see what Mane is doing too tough. Do you know what I mean? And if you're Ole in or Ole out, no matter what Ole does, you can't see. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, no, I hear that and I respect that. And gentlemen, look, it's 20-8, respectively. Liverpool are about to kick off in 20 minutes.
Unfortunately.
Obviously, my co-host is a Liverpool fan, so obviously need to get prepped for the game. Everyone that's came on, thank you so much. Literally,
pleasure,
man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Bobs, I knew I'd get on your channel somehow, Bobs. I knew it. Snuck in there.
No, listen. Everyone is fully welcome, and like I think, like me and Sonny are trying to make this unpopular opinion a bit more open now and get people to come on and have their say because. You know, we've not even really talked about Jose. I mean, Jose sacking and stuff.
I'm devastated about that, to be honest. I'm devastated.
Wow.
Sorry, look, I know you got to go, Sonny.
Because he was in the middle of destroying Tottenham and we just disrupted that.
No, Tottenham is very funny. I think if you guys still have Pacho, it's different.
D'Angelo, I'll let you go first. We'll all wrap up just now, but what is your 2 cents on the whole Jose and Spurs, real quickly? D'Angelo.
You know, Jose, like, he was just there to collect the check. Let's just be honest about it. Like, Jose, he's lost it. Like, the way he's always been playing football. He's been playing this way since he was with Real Madrid, this defensive style, counterattack of football. And cool, you can win games playing that way, but for the
But he
long
has
term,
won trophies that way.
yeah, he's won trophies. That's true, but at the same time, though, I look at it and I'm saying to myself, that's just not it for me. Like back in the day, it was good. It was good. The way he was playing, it got him the trophies. Cool. But now it's not the case. Everyone's finding out who he actually is, and it's just beautiful seeing this demise. It's like Joffrey.
Do you think? Yeah. Sorry, I know what everyone's 2 cents in it. I just from what you said, but do you not think that the player has changed and the mentality of player have changed?
Even though they did change, he's always had talented players. What makes a good coach for me is not the talent that you have, it's what you can do in every single situation that you're in. That's why the best coach for me is always going to be Mancini. He's always going to be the best coach for me.
Roberto Mancini,
always for me.
Thought about that guy.
Okay, Lincoln. Quick, 60 seconds on Jose and Spurs.
Jose, it was an accident waiting to happen. I mean, ever since the Man City Spurs game, and then a little bit towards the end of the season after Project Restart, and then when you watch the All or Nothing documentary, you have to take that into account. Like, there's a lot of things that you saw good about Spurs, and then a lot of things that you saw about Jose that you think it's just gonna go downhill. And then with the player, I think it started with Dele Alli. That player relationship just did not go well. And then the Danny Rose story is when you think about it, it's a very, very sad story. What happened to him? He could have got his move, but he didn't. Same as Dele Alli. And this is kind of unpopular opinion, but the way that Jose Mourinho treated Harry Kane in terms of tactically is actually criminal. It's a farce. It's like you can see the traits of him playing as a DM for Spurs when he plays for England as well. Like, just stay on the defense. Why are you dropping so much? He's just dropping too much for my liking for England. Like, for Spurs, you can do that, but for England, it's just a different story. Like, it's unbelievable.
I hear what you're saying. And Kunle, what about you, man? What's your 2 cents real quickly about Spurs?
My thing about Jose is, this is what I expected from Jose when he took the job. I expected him to come in, get paid, but leave the club in disarray after he's won some form of a trophy in it. I never thought that he was going to win the league or challenge. I thought, okay, Jose is literally going to win them a trophy and the club's going to be in bits after he leaves. And it was set up for that to happen. Like, I believe legitimately Spurs have ruined any chance of winning that game against City by not having Jose there, because that's a perfect type of game for him. Because the reason Jose is such a G is because he was going to win the Carling Cup or whatever, the Carabao Cup, right? No, wait, hold on. Let me explain. He was going to win the Carabao Cup, get sacked still, and leave saying, every club I've been at, I've won a trophy. That's typical Jose. You guys know, you've seen all the.
No, but it's different though. This time round, it's different because these players don't rate him. And I could not see him win that. I think City are too good.
I'm with you. I think a one-off game, he had a good chance. Correct. Mario, I'm just going to come to you quickly to wrap up, and then we can wrap up the show. What was your thoughts? Your 2 cents on it?
On Jose, I reckon he would have beaten us in the cup final because Pep is garbage at counter-attacks. His weakness is garbage at counter-attacks. I knew we would lose against Chelsea.
So he changed the whole
team. From minute one, or even before the game. I just had no confidence. Oli and Tuchel are literally right now the kings of counter-attacking right now. He would have, but still, I think Jose would have beaten us because Pep is rubbish at coping against counter-attacks, to be honest. And the cup final record of Jose's is remarkable, to be honest.
Yeah. And do you know what? Like, I tweeted today, I hope City absolutely demolish Spurs.
Like 6-0, bro. That's what I want, bro.
5-6 goals. I'm wanting. And listen, gentlemen, thank you so much. Thank you for jumping on. Would love to see you guys again. Please hit me up. Open to do anything. Sonny, my co-host, bro. I'll let you go first so you can get. Sonny, please tell the guys where they can see you, subscribe to you, and follow you.
Good show. LFC Sonny on Twitter and Instagram. The Liverpool Addiction on YouTube. I don't know what I'm gonna be doing in this future because, like I said, I can't be asked for football at this moment in time. But you know.
But listen. Big up to my co-host. Sonny, thanks very much, man. I know you need to go, bro. So if you need to dip now, just go. Mario, bro, let them people see you later, brother. I'll speak to you soon. Mario, bro, let the people know where they can follow you, find you, whatever. Go for it, man.
Instagram, my name is Abdallah Alamami, but my Instagram name is Wavy Mario, and that's pretty much it.
Well, why did you not just tell me? I would stop calling you Mario.
Nah, just call me Alex. It's cool. I don't care what people call me.
No, I do, Abdallah. So I'll start calling you Abdallah.
Listen, I'm used to people calling me names. I used to get picked on quite a lot when I was a kid, but it's normal.
Well, listen, I'm sure it doesn't happen anymore. God forbid.
No, it doesn't.
Good. D'Angelo, my friend, thank you for joining us. If you'd like to let the people know where they can find you, brother.
No worries, bro. You guys can find me at my Instagram handle, D'Angelo G underscore. Yeah. And that's it.
Thank you for joining us, man. I love your
I
insight,
will
bro.
definitely be following D'Angelo.
Yeah.
No
Man,
worries, guys.
Literally. I couldn't let you, man. Tell the people where they can subscribe, watch.
Oh yeah, now my
find
people, straight from Lagos, Nigeria. You can catch me on One Touch TV. You can also catch me at One Touch _ TV in terms of YouTube. No, that's Instagram. So One Touch _ TV at Instagram and One Touch T on Twitter.
Perfect. And also, Lincoln, please let them know your YouTube channel, your everything, bro. What you do, everything.
Bro,
Even TFT as well, man.
Yeah, first of all, you can catch me in the comments, moderating the chat at the Football Terrace. You can also catch me on screen as well. You can look at my Twitter handle, Lincoln_Jack1 on Twitter, and Lincoln Jack on Instagram as well. You can also check me out on Rest Things. It's a Black British wrestling podcast channel.
Come on.
Football's a little bit shit right now, so if I want me to go into wrestling, you know to subscribe. Wrestling's podcast.
I got you, bro. I got you.
Big up to everyone. Please, guys, make sure you go and subscribe. I am your host, Bitz and Bobs. Peace and love to you. Have a nice evening.